February is usually very short and sweet. We celebrate Valentine's. But while this February was in charge, I thought the beginning of the year, I thought January we were bombarded with so many new releases, but what happened in February? Literally, it was a blur. Every single day, I felt there was not one, but two, three, four, or even more releases. It got to a point that, okay, should I just buy everything? I think the last week of February, or like week and a half, I pretty much uploaded a video every single day. Can you believe that? That's crazy. That's bananas. But today I'm going to be talking about my February favorites. Those products that they have really blown me away. Some of them new, some of them oldies that I rediscovered during the month of February. Starting first with the fragrance of the day, I think I'm ready for spring. Although I'm not ready for my allergies, but I'm ready for the sunshine, the beautiful weather, being able to go outside. So I have been going back to my Delina La Rosé, which is a beautiful, beautiful take on the original Delina. It still has the lychee, but it also has a little bit of bergamot. It has a little bit of pear. It's a little bit more refreshing and even a little bit more sparkly. So beautiful. And I think a little lighter than the original Delina. I love the original Delina, but I do have my preferences between all the Delina. So this one has been in rotation for me. Another one that I have been rotating is by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it is Gently Fluidity Gold. This is a gorgeous scent. I think it's a perfect scent for in between seasons, like say at the beginning of fall or early winter morning time. And right now that we are getting out of winter and getting into spring, this is a perfect scent for even day nights. So good. Oh, I love it. Vanilla, but in a more delicate way, actually a more elegant way, I should say. It's so beautiful. Musk, coriander too, a little bit ambery, juniper berries. And I think in a way somewhat underrated because, I mean, everybody, including myself, love Baccarat Rouge 540. I think that is a beautiful scent and I mean, a scent that came to change a lot of things. But I definitely think that Gently Fluidity Gold has something very, very special and very elegant too. A sophistication, a very classy, low profile kind of a style that is very beautiful. Opposite side, I also have been enjoying mostly in the mornings when I go to take my youngest one to school, or I just need to go out in the morning early and I really awake me up. I mean, aside of the coffee, right? But I really need to wake me up. I have been going to Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. Oh, this fragrance is also glorious. It has a minty, yeah, like a fresh mint, lemony profile, even basil in it. I know all of these sounds like, okay, are you gonna cook something? A salad? Well, think about the refreshing feeling of getting a salad. Not that you're gonna smell like a salad, but it's just so invigorating. It's kind of like getting a fizzy water, like I don't know, like a San Pellegrino water, a Perrier water, with a little bit of lemon and basil. I don't know. It just makes you feel uplifted. So this has been those fragrances that I had been putting on my rotation because I'm ready for springtime. Let's chat about hair. These Babies by Olaplex. The number 4 and the number 5 from their Blonde Enhancer line. These are toning shampoo and conditioner. And you know that I have just lightened up a little bit my hair. Not by too much. I think when you saw me on my blog where I took you to get my hair done, right after I was out of the hair salon, obviously my hair was like super, super blonde, almost platinum, very light. But I mean, the normal thing, I do have darker hair, as you can tell. So my hair naturally will go a little bit more into that orangey tone, which is not my favorite. I love that I still have, a little bit of those honey strands peeking through, but it's not orangey. And the way that I'm able to achieve that and maintain that is with this shampoo and conditioner. Do I use it all the time? No, I actually use either once a week or every 2 weeks. It just depends. But the thing that I love about this shampoo and conditioner is that it is non-drying. It does have some sort of moisturizing components that it really leave your hair very manageable. And it helps to extend the time that I need to go back to my hairdresser to get my hair done, which, you know, that process always takes a toll on the hair. So with this shampoo and conditioner by Olaplex, I'm so happy with that result. Let's talk about palettes. I have to give it to Natasha Denona. She has done an incredible job with this Hypernatural Face palette. It's the one that I'm using on my eyes today. I think, although I didn't treat it first as a color story, even if you treat it as a color story, oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. This is a new formulation for her. It is a gel to powder formula. It's not a cream to powder. That means it is even lighter. And thinking about, well, if it's lighter in consistency, will it fade? It doesn't fade. It doesn't have fallout, and it doesn't crease. And I do have a ton of creases on my eyelids because I'm on my 4th floor. I have experienced skin. Yeah, I have a map on my face, okay, of happiness, of joy, of sadness, of everything. So I have all those signs of that I have been living a good life, okay? So there you have it, friends. This is a great palette. I really love the blushes. I thought first that they were not gonna be it, but they are perfect because they are not really cool tone. They have a little bit of warm tone, and then this trio of contour and bronzer is perfect. I will say just, you know, dig in with your entire brush and it will just give you a perfect chisel kind of look. I'm not using it today on my face, but I have to tell you that the formula here is super silky, super creamy. The eyeshadows are fantastic. This wet eyeshadow is incredible. I mean, we have seen this formula before, the one on the shade Dreamy, and I just wish to have, I don't know, like that she can bring us so many different shades, multiple colors and whatnot, that we can buy them in singles and start, you know, interchanging our palettes and doing more of these creations. I think she did a spectacular job. Love the innovation of the formulas, love the packaging, and it's just a no fail. Talking about a palette that really, wow, it just took me by surprise. When I saw the promo images, I'm like, okay, this is Fenty Beauty round number 2 or 3, or I don't even know what number. And then I realized, no, it is Dolce & Gabbana. And then I saw the swatches, well, from the promo images, and I thought, oh, wow, it looks very pretty. This, oh my gosh. This palette is incredible. Let me tell you, Dolce & Gabbana is serving us duochromes. What? What in the world is going on now? Life is changing. Look at that wetness. I cannot believe it. It's wet. It does have such a beautiful finish. And not only these monochrome shades. I mean, it's not just, you know, me just looking at these shades. It's all the other shades. The matte shades, they work incredible. Perhaps, if anything, the gel shade right here, I care less about it. But here you have different finishes, different textures, different everything, and there's no fallout. I mean, if anything, you may found a little bit of fallout with each shade. So, is it a big of a deal? No, it's not, because it has actually a gel base. So the fallout that you will find is upon application, but not during wearing the product itself. And the eyeshadows, they were magnificent. I mean, like, they last throughout the day without being, you know, like everything is scattered and horrible and patchy. Nothing of that. I mean, like, kudos to Dolce & Gabbana. I want to see more of these. Now, the packaging is a little bit plasticky. Doesn't feel flimsy, but it just doesn't feel like, ooh, elevated. And in terms of the size, actually it's the same size as the one from Natasha Denona. I mean, if we're looking at it, perhaps a little bit thicker, but not by a whole lot. It's just a shape, right? It's a little bit of like, maybe they should have done just a rectangular palette, but I mean, we're talking about Dolce & Gabbana, right? They are going to throw something very special, and the eyeshadows are made in Italy, so it makes sense, just as the one from Natasha Denona, that they have that amazing quality. Because, I mean, let's be honest, Italian formulations are really top of the game. I mean, this is obviously another color story from Natasha Denona, right? It's not as whoa, right, from Dolce Gabbana. But what I'm saying is like really the formulas are incredible. Palette that is more like subdued, more simplistic, but yet the performance is so pretty. And you have seen me rave about this palette by Chantecaille. It is from their spring collection in the cool tone. You will give nothing for this palette. If you see it, you will be like, really? Put it on your eyelids. Put it on your eyelids. If you have brown eyes, hazel eyes, even blue eyes, you're gonna love this palette. It's so beautiful. Each of the shades, they have this blurring effect that is just perfection, and it just creates a very sophisticated look. I do have reviews for each of these products. The one from Chantecaille is on a try on haul, or I think I was unboxing a whole video, but I show how I created a look with a palette. You see, this is more subdued, right? You're like, oh, that's nothing in comparison to that, but the sophistication of the final look is just something so special. February was the month also for blushes, because when we're in love, we blush, don't we? So Patrick Ta really showered us with his beautiful formulation of blushes in 3 new shades. The one that I'm using today is this beauty. Not too much. Honestly, not too much. The formula not only is so flattering, it just blurs imperfections. It does have this way to be so airbrush. The quality is just fantastic. But here, I mean, the master of Patrick Ta to create these shades, I mean, it talks of who he really is. I mean, an amazing makeup artist. It's a beautiful formula and beautiful shades. Another one that I have been enjoying to use, and I cannot wait to use it even more during spring and summertime, is She's the Moment. I mean, like this peachy shade. Peachy is coming back for us, although we're still gonna see more pinks, and I think this is a perfect pink, just enough, because I think, pinks from last year, they were fun, but they were just like a little too wow, too much out there, perhaps just a little bit too much of pink. This one is kind of like your perfect neutral pink. I'm gonna let the camera lower down the exposure so you can really see it, but again, I do have a full review on these babies, and I'm just completely obsessed with all the shades. And I mean, like, I now have like a full collection of blushes from Patrick Ta. And Guerlain, finally they decided to launch blushes. Wow, I'm so impressed. Now these are scented, heavily scented, but it's not a scent that it bothers me, and it's a scent that it fades when you apply your blush. And the shades, the shades are just divine. I mean, Violette, she did a spectacular job on the shade selection, from the deeper shades to the lighter shades. And the interesting fact right here is that it's not that it's just a deeper shade created from the lighter shade, but it's actually a complementary shade. They are stunning, and they remind me quite a bit to the Gucci blushes. A lot to it. Perhaps Gucci have a little bit more of a sheen. These ones are kind of like a luminous matte finish, but very blurry, very perfecting, and long wearing too. Fantastic job from Guerlain. Now let's talk about this baby, the Milk Makeup Jelly Tints. These are a stamp of your face. They have that cooling sensation. I mean, there's a good reason why they are viral. I mean, like, they obviously get us with that jelly situation, but more than anything, it's a reliable blush. If you have a long day to go through, if you perhaps have even oily skin and drier skin too, because they are so hydrating at the same time. But if your face eats away the blush, perhaps you have too oily of a skin, or it's just your skin just eats away the makeup, these will last you because they are literally a stamp. I will highly suggest to apply it with a dense brush or if you apply directly, be prepared with the brush right next to you. You put a dot and then you immediately start blending, because otherwise it will stay there as you have applied it. So that's the only caveat about this product. But other than that, a great product, because a lot of people, they do have this situation that they want a blush that is more long lasting, and you can even go on top of with a powder blush if you want to, and then you still have that insurance that your blush is going to last. In terms of bronzer, the one and only YSL, they just launched these all hours hyper bronze. They are more of your sun goddess bronzers. As you can tell, there's some warmth to it. It's not orange, but more golden in tone. And all of them, they do have more of this gold appeal to it, which is super beautiful. They blend like a dream. The silkiness of this bronzer is just so beautiful. I was thirsty to get a new bronzer. I'm thirsty for this summer to see more bronzers, because I do have bronzers on my collection that I absolutely adore, but I feel like, I don't know, I just want to refresh. Don't you? I mean, I feel that way, and this gives it to me. The silkiness, it's described as a luminous matte, and it is a luminous matte, but it doesn't have a sheen. It's just fairly natural, which, you know, it gives you that capability to tweak it, make some change. I mean, anyways, if you're gonna go with a highlighter or with a finishing powder, it's just beautiful. And talking about finishing powder and YSL, they also just launched a new finishing setting powder. They come in different shades, or you can get the translucent one. I decided to go with a translucent one, and I really enjoy it, because first I wasn't going to get it. As you know, my friends, I can go with my makeup without setting it, because I do have more of a dry skin, a little bit more normal on this area, but in general, I do have dehydrated skin. But this setting powder, you know what? It reminds me a lot to the one by Westman Atelier, the white one too. But this one lasts a lot longer. The one from Westman Atelier, it gives that blurring effect, but it doesn't last as long as this one. This does give that natural effect, not like super harsh mattifying. It will not cake your face, because again, it does have that beautiful silkiness. Look, I apply it right here, right on my finger, and you see the translucency. You can see the skin through my finger, and it doesn't have, I mean, the finish is not a sheen, but a light luminosity that it really resembles healthy hydrated skin. And I know so many blushes, but this one in particular, I haven't been able to stop using it. Look at the abuse. Poor blush. Oh my goodness. It's all dirty and disgusting. I really need to clean it up. But this is a gorgeous shade. I wish Chanel could keep the same formulation for all their blushes and keep these shades. I think any shade, in particular, I love Rose Belair, but I'm sure as summer approach, I'm going to be using the coral one and the mauve shade too. It does have a beautiful sheen, and it does have, again, this blurring property that we are seeing more common on new makeup, which I'm super happy about, because I don't know about you, but I have enlarged pores on this area. I do my fine lines, and you know what? I really love a little bit of a blurring action, because I want my skin to look perfected. Who doesn't? I mean, like, that's why I put makeup on, not to mask myself, but actually to polish all the imperfections. Quickly, let's talk about my nail polish. It is by Light Lacquer. I truly enjoy Light Lacquer formulation, because it's super opaque. You can build it up. It doesn't really bubble up as others do. And look at this. They don't look like, I don't know, like chrome. So pretty. They have new shades for the springtime, and I love how fast they dry and how long wearing they are. I mean, like, I can go with 7 days washing dishes, doing the normal mom stuff as I usually do, without having to be concerned. And sometimes, if I'm lucky, I can extend it to 10 days. But for example, right now I have it, let's see, this is my 6th day, and look, they look like if I just apply it. There's no chips, no cracks, and the shade is so beautiful. It's just another way to wear a neutral You see what I mean? I love it so much. This shade in particular, which is called, I will make sure to put all of these on the description box below, but it's called Wings and Things. And I do have a discount code with Light Slacker, as well as so many other brands. This video is not a sponsor, but I always like to let you know that I do have discount codes, so that way you can save some money if you are to shop any of these products. Highlighter, the one and only Chanel Bomb Essential. I never thought that it would come that day that I will be like head over heels from a Bomb Essential. Not because I don't like the product, but because all of them, they just started looking the same until Mermaid Glow came from Chanel's Spring 2024 collection. Amazing is the one that I'm using today. And the beautiful thing about this formula, it is that it's hydrating. It doesn't lift up the foundation or the makeup that you have underneath. It's not patchy. And although in a lot of the promo images, it shows like it has kind of like glitter or something like that. I mean, it does have a sheen, but when it goes on your skin, it doesn't. Look at that. I mean, this is going to give you that mermaid glow. I mean, imagine, being a mermaid, going outside the ocean, all wet. That's what it's giving. I mean, like dolphin skin. Who wants dolphin skin? You want to have mermaid skin. I'm able to achieve it with this baby by Chanel. February was the month of lipsticks, and the one that I'm using today, this formula by Clé de Peau. The precious lipsticks, and what a precious formula. My goodness, look at that. They have so much shine. They do have carrying ingredients. It feels actually like a serum when you apply it. Keeps your lips hydrated. And I don't know what they have, but honestly, if you wear them continuously one day after another, you will see your lips more plump, in terms like there's not like that dryness on your lips. They are really, really nourishing. I know the price is up there, as most of the lipsticks that I'm gonna show you today. Whether they are worth the price tag or not, that's something that you have to decide. But to me, this lipstick and the shade, this is the shade number 5, is the one that I'm completely head over heels. It must be also because it's, we're about to come into spring, that I really want more of those pinky shades. And I pair it with Icon Baby lip liner by Charlotte Tilbury. This is a beauty that pairs so well with, you see, like they pair just perfectly. It does have a little bit of warmth as per usual with Charlotte Tilbury, but not as warm as other of her lip liners. I still adore Icon Baby. Also by Charlotte Tilbury, but you see it does have that pinky undertone. So stunning, stunning, stunning. Another beautiful shade that I cannot wait to rock it during the spring and summertime even more and more and more is this baby by Hermes. It's in the matte formulation, but if you have tried the Hermes formula, even on the matte formulation, it's not really matte. It does have a little bit of a sheen. They are so comfortable, so nourishing. They are full, like opaque, like no other, thinning consistency. And this shade is just, so magical. And if we talk about magical, Chanel, wow, spectacular job with this new collection. Limited edition collection. Unfortunately, I went ahead and purchased all of the shades. This is in the Rouge Allure Velvet formula. But you know what? It's not your typical Rouge Allure Velvet formula. They are more like a satin finish, or I should say like a natural finish, because they are not super shiny. I'm head over heels with the shade number 5. I always want a stunning magenta. Now I have it, but it's limited edition. It's from Chanel. You have to see this on the lips. It's really hard to find any brand that can make you a magenta. I think the only one that I have been able to find that is gorgeous has been Lisa Eldridge and Pat McGrath. And that's it. Why why brands, they just get stuck on their nude tones? I know they are nude tones. I know that they are needed, but there's something so special about this specific collection. This other shade too, it's kind of like a framboise shade, 03. So shouldn't even say 03. Basically, they are named by the time of the night. You see that? You have to see them on the lips. Like, again, my review is already up on my YouTube channel, so check on that. This shade number 7 if you want something more like, oh, springtime is coming, I want a little bit of pink and oh, feminine touch. I'm telling you, I'm in my pink era right now. And then this shade number 2 is also gorgeous if you want to have a little bit more of a warm reddish tone. This is a stunning tone. Just gonna put it right here. Look at this. Fiery yet so wearable. These shades are stunning. Now, Tom Ford just launched these new slim lipsticks. Is there anything super special about it? Not really, to be honest with you, but the shades again, they are killers. And a lot of you compliment me when I wear velvet tux. This is again, I mean, I'm telling you, the pinks are here. Look at that shade. It's gorgeous. It's intense, but it has that femininity that is glorious. Iconic Nude is a perfect nudie pink tone with a little bit of warmth to it. I mean, all the shades are beautiful. And again, I do have a full review on these babies by Tom Ford. A little bit pricey though for what you get, because there is very little amount of product, but really good formulation. You have to be a little bit more specific on how you apply it because the tip is very, very thin. And then the last lip product is by Guerlain, and it is their lip oil. I really enjoy these lip oils. Let's just apply it on top. I know perhaps it will not go exactly with this shade, but why not? Just to show you, they give that glossy effect. I love the doe foot applicator. I love how nourishing they are. And I love the scent. The scent is honey, 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 honey. So good. Do you need all of the shades? No. That's my only complaint with these ones. They are beautiful, but only the deepest shades, they really show a little bit of a hint of color. All the other shades is just like applying a beautiful, thicker kind of gloss that really stays on your lips. They make your lips feel so plush and juicy. In love. Let's talk about my earrings. These are from Chanel. They are technically not from the 24P collection, but I happen to have got them during the launch of the 24P collection. It is a very traditional earring from Chanel that I had been wanting for so long, but never pulled the trigger. And also, every time that I was at the boutique, they never had it available. So I was like, okay, forget about it. Then this time around, I found them and I love them. And I pair them as per usual with my Ideal earrings that you know I never take them out from my ears anymore. They are here forever to stay. These are the Kaya earrings. I love Ideal. They are so good. I love to be able to mix and match my jewelry, and they pair so well with other pieces, and the quality of their diamonds are spectacular. Now, I have bought a couple bags during the month of February. I love them all, but I want to give a special love because I have been using it a lot. Is my new Hermes and my first bag from Hermes, Constance to go, but it's gold on gold and it's so practical. I put all my necessities inside and it's just so easy to go. I wear it crossbody because, well, I'm short and I can wear it crossbody. It's super easy. The leather is so supple and beautiful, and honestly, it has been one of my best purchases. It has so many compartments inside that honestly, I don't even need a wallet. And then my very last purchase from the Chanel 24P collection. I love all the pieces that I had bought from that collection, but this one in particular, I just used it a couple times. One for an event that I had, and then date night with my husband. And I love this baby. It's finally the tweed bag that I wanted on my collection. A Chanel tweed bag, and it is in this perfect Kelly bag. I think this way is perfect. Honestly, do not like the ones in leather, but this tweed stole my heart, and I think it's one of my best purchases. I love all the pieces, but these two are the ones that I have been wearing the most. I cannot wait to wear my pink one as we approach springtime because I need that. I need a spring in my life, and we're here already in March, my friends. So now I would love to hear from you. Which are the items that you have been loving during the month of February, and have you tried any of the products that I have shared share today with you. Let's just continue that conversation in the comment section down below while you're at it. And if you haven't done so yet, I would invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. It will be incredible if you can please come and follow me both on my Instagram and TikTok. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also share it with family and friends. And if you're not done watching my content, well, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're going to love. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.